This here is a parallel coordinates chart. These are often used for plotting multivariate data where the user wants to visually compare data across many variables and look for patterns and relationships between them. Each variable in this case is a wild salmon policy metric. It's given its own axis, each of which is scaled independently to encompass the range of data for that metric. For example, looking at the short-term trend for Fraser sockeye, this metric ranges from a decline of about 91%, here's 0, to an increase of 300%. These axes can be rearranged, and they can also be inverted. Values for each CU are plotted as blue lines that connect across the axes to show their pattern across metrics. And we can look more closely at a single CU by brushing over it with the mouse. So for example, this here is Bowron, and we can see now, following the line, that Bowron has a low recent abundance. It falls below the lower benchmark for abundance, falling below 1 here. It falls well below the upper benchmark for abundance. It falls below its long-term average, falling below 1 on the long-term ratio metric. It's declining, falling below 0 on the short-term ratio metric. And it has a wild salmon policy status of red. The primary advantage of this type of plot for our purposes is the ability to brush and therefore select multiple CUs based on their values across multiple metrics. So for example, if we are interested in looking at CUs that are declining in abundance, so below 0 on the short-term trend, are below their long-term average, so below 1 on this metric, and are below the lower benchmark for abundance, we can select these, and we see that 4 CUs satisfy these 3 criteria